guys? Ron from Rohde Law. Got the hat on today. So in this video, we're going to talk about earnest money for commercial real estate transactions. Now, this is a little bit of a complicated topic, and a lot of it depends on the individual leverage in the transaction. So what I mean by that is the seller selling a prime piece of property with a lot of offers at maybe a discounted price. You as a buyer are not going to have a lot of leverage to increase the length of your due diligence, increase the number of clauses that allow you to get a refund of that earnest money. But in general, what we're seeing is 1% for hard money on day one, and then something like in the $100,000 or $200,000 range for transactions above 10 million. And what really it comes down to is, does a higher percentage go hard on day one if this particular buyer has done a lot of due diligence prior to the contract? Because I've always argued that for my client, if I'm the seller, I want some money as compensation, even if you terminate on day, the last day before due diligence. I'm out a lot of time, and so if it's $25,000, if it's $50,000 hard on day one, and they have a pre-commitment, you have a good Alta survey, and you have a somewhat recent clean phase one environmental. If you have those three things prior to going under contract, I really think that it's reasonable for the seller to ask for a lot of hard money, right? 25K is hard on day one. It's very reasonable. On the other hand, if you're buying, say, like a retail property that doesn't have a lot of demand, you've negotiated the price down, as a buyer, I would say no money hard on day one, maybe $1,000 option fee in Texas, but no money hard. You have a 45, you have a 60-day due diligence. You can almost terminate 2 weeks before closing for either a financing contingency, a inspection, or really any other reason, any other due diligence. And that comes down to the leverage for the buyer. But those are two scenarios that I would say right now are pretty common. We see a lot of deals on the buyer leverage side, long tail periods, lots of refundable. And then for hotter properties like the multifamily and the industrial properties, you're gonna have to put some money hard down on day one because there's a lot of buyers, there's a lot of interested parties. So that's it for today's video on earnest money for commercial real estate. Smash that like button, and we'll see you next time.